Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hello, crafty friends. Hello, Flosstube. My name is Caroline. Welcome to day 2 of daily crafty chat here on my Flosstube channel, Off the Grid Needlearts. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. If you're not a fan of daily videos, well, you may want to give my channel a pass for a little while, just until I don't know how long I'm gonna keep up daily videos. I guess as long as I feel that I still have something to say, I guess. I can't see myself running out of conversation anytime soon, especially when I'm chatting about crafts. So thank you yesterday. Thank you for everyone who left me such wonderful, beautiful, positive comments on doing daily videos. It was really kind. I loved reading them all. I do read them all, even if I haven't hit the heart or left you a comment. I definitely read them all, and I appreciate them very much so. So I mentioned yesterday that there are a few other channels, cross-stitch specific, who are doing daily videos, and I've got a couple to add to the list. Right after I finished filming and I was editing, actually, I went onto YouTube, and who was there but Christine from Stitch All the Things, and she was doing a live feed, which scares the pants off me. So good for her. I've only done it a couple of times, and she did an amazing job. So Christine, Stitch All the Things, is doing a daily video, as well as Country Crossstitcher left me a comment yesterday saying that she's doing a daily video as well, and I plan on visiting her channel later this afternoon when I will be sewing, so we'll hop over there and visit. There were a few of you who mentioned in the comments that you were considering doing a daily video. 2 thumbs up. Go for it. If you're even thinking about it, doesn't have to be every day, but just a couple of extra short videos just to check in and little blast of positivity can't hurt. It's good for all of us. All right, so crafty chat. I had a good night last night. Once work was done and you know, we were sitting around. I will say that is a huge silver lining for me. Schools are canceled. University, Sarah is home from university, and I feel like we've been given this gift of time with Sarah that was completely unexpected, and it's obviously clearly a horrible reason why. And you know, I know that we're just at the beginning of this, but for right now, having the 4 of us home and having Sarah here spending time with us when, you know, she was really sort of off living her own grown-up adult life, there's a little bit of a silver lining there that I am grateful for this time that I know we'll remember. So one positive thing out of that, I'm very happy to have my kids at home here with me. Okay, crafty chat. Getting to the crafty chat now. I do have some more knitting today to share with you. I am multi-craftual. If you're new here, I like to make all the things. Usually they're big things, so they take me a while to finish. Anyway, I shared my sock, my new sock, with you yesterday. So why don't I start with that? This is a self-striping sock made with yarn from the Cozy Knitter. And I'll be honest with you, I am loving it. Look at how many stripes I added. So I added 3 full stripes last night, and I'm on to the next red stripe. Round and round and round, and it's mindless and fun, and you know, oh, just one more row as you watch the color develop. So I can't recommend sock knitting enough. It's really, really fun. I have a playlist of learn to knit videos on my channel, FYI, in case you were thinking of learning how to knit. It's a lot of fun. I have some more knitting to share, but I'll share that in just a minute. Let's get to some stitching. I shared yesterday my Plum Street Samplers New Start. This is Miss Bingley's Library by the ever lovely Paulette Stewart. I really like this chart. I know I had at least one comment, and that usually means there's more of you, for sure, that the breakup of the word excellent, they really liked the chart, but breaking up that word bothered them. And that's totally understandable, because I can see that would, you know, it's a little bit of a tick there, right? If you can see it and it bothers you, then you wouldn't want to stitch the pattern, or you'd want to, I don't know, change it somehow, right? I actually find it charming. Just my own personal opinion. I find it charming, and I don't mind it at all. And I have almost finished the wording. I just have to finish the word miserable, which does not make me miserable. There. So I've almost finished the words. Not bad for one evening knitting and stitching. Pretty good. So yeah, I was pleased with that progress last night. What did we watch last night? I think we just watched Frasier. We've watched that series, Frasier. We've watched it, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, and we just, every time we finish it, we just start back at the beginning again and watch it again. Just enjoy it. It's funny, lighthearted. Okay, so I intend tonight to finish the word miserable and start the house. So the color of the house is Weeks Dye Work Whitewash, and I do have a skein of that. I'm thinking I should have I have 1 skein of whitewash. Did I get 1 or 2? Oh, I have 2, so I have plenty. This is, sorry. You will hear me repeat these details every day, because not everybody's obviously going to be tuning in every day. And I'll have people ask, so it's just easier for me just to say it. I am stitching this on a 40 count beautiful fabric by XJU Designs, and you can find her on Etsy, xjudesigns.com, I can't remember, but she's very easy to find on Etsy. This is a 40 count linen in the colorway Light Coffee, and I love it. I really love this fabric. I think I'm going to need some more because this design is going to use up most of the piece that I purchased. So what size did I get? I always do my calculations, but this, you know, based on the size of the design. And if it's close-ish, I won't bother cutting and reserging the piece of fabric. I'll just stitch it and then trim it down after I'm done. I purchased a 19 by 13, so I think I only needed 12 inches across and 14 inches up. So I'll have a tiny little piece, maybe bookmark sized on the one side, and maybe enough for an ornament at the top. You can see I've got it folded over up there. But I think I'll definitely keep this fabric in mind for further stitching, because it's really, this is the kind of fabric, the color, the tone, the hue that I really like, which means that it will probably complement the style of the kind of colorways that I gravitate towards. Though my taste is kind of all over the map when it comes to stitching. I'll stitch if something floats my boat, I'll stitch it. So I do tend to be a little bit all over the place. Shocking. I know. Okay, so that was my stitching. I have a little bit more knitting to share with you, because I haven't shared this project in a while, and it's time, because I picked this back up again last week, and I just can't put it down. I've been putting 1 or 2 more rows in it every single day for the last week, and so it's growing. So this is doubled. This is doubled in half. So this is going to be an Afghan, and I'm knitting this for my daughter Sarah, and this is called the Talon Throw by Brooklyn Tweed. I love it. It is I'm knitting this in Barocco Vintage, which is an affordable blend. So it's acrylic wool blend. Sorry about the sirens. I'll just wait for a second. It'll pass. I back onto a very busy, one of our main thoroughfares here in London, so it's quite a busy road. So this blanket, as you can see, if you know anything about knitting, it is cable-licious. There are cables all over the place. And my friend Dawn, if you're looking for another knitting podcast and you haven't watched them yet, the Codependent Knitters from Sarnia, Ontario, my friend Dawn and her partner Lisa, her co-host Lisa, Dawn suggested that I learn how to cable without a cable needle, and made all the difference. It made all the difference. She showed me how to do it, and I practiced, because as you do with any new skill, you have to practice. At first it was a little bit frustrating, but then I got the hang of it, and I kid you not, it has made knitting all of these cables a pleasure. Like, really, I'm loving knitting it. Loving it. So my father-in-law's gray sock, as you can tell, I haven't picked it up since that day I spent, well, actually no, that's a lie. I have knit on it since then. I spent the day in the emergency department a few weeks ago. It's a long story, more than a few weeks ago. Gallbladder. Long story, I'm fine. And I must have knit about 4 or 5 inches of his sock, and I think I overloaded myself. I'm almost ready to put the heel in. However, I needed to pick up something else. And I know this is gray too, but I love the color gray, and I am absolutely in love with those cables. Okay, enough about knitting, though I could tell you all about this blanket for another 10 minutes at least, I'm sure. But that would be boring. Okay, look, I made a list today because I had some other things to share with you. First of all, some freebie charts. Everybody needs a good freebie now and then, especially if, you know, we're not going to the stores. Carolyn Manning Designs. Many of you know and adore her designs. They're phenomenal. She has a freebie out called Together We Stitch. Now, I don't have a photograph of this to insert here because I'm not sure there was a cover photo. It might just be the pattern itself. And in order to get the pattern, you need to join her Facebook group. And the Facebook group is called Carolyn Manning Designs Cross Stitch. And you just have to answer, just like the Friday Off the Grid group, you just answer a couple of questions and you get into the group. And then I'm pretty sure that's where the link is. It was my friend Lisa who pointed me in that direction. So Carolyn Manning Designs, and the freebie is called Together We Stitch. And it's a geometric, very, very cute geometric design. Okay, another freebie is from Street Stitchworks. Most of you have seen Street Stitchworks designs. Wonderful freebie page, and I'm gonna link to both Carolyn Manning's. I'll put the information in the drop down box below. Some of them will have links, some of them will just have information, and you can do your own Google search. Street Stitchworks, phenomenal freebie page. Really lovely design work, and in fact, her Etsy page is stuffed full of really amazing patterns. And here's a little shout out for XStitchMD, Shiloh, out in Nova Scotia. Shiloh has just started recording Flosstube videos, and her channel is XStitchMD. And she's just recently finished Street Stitchworks Schoolhouse Quaker. Gorgeous. Stunning. And Shiloh's stitching is beautiful. So go and check her out. Okay, so Street Stitchworks, the newest freebie that she has put out is called Our Daily Thread, and you can find a link to that on her freebies page, and I'll link to it in the drop down box below. One more thing, because acquisitions, I did purchase something 2 days ago from Hewitt Hill Samplers, Casey. Hewitt Hill Samplers, she's a fairly new designer, sampler designer, and her work is just beautiful. And I know many of you, if you watch Brenda and the Serial Starter, I know that they also are big fans. So Casey has a coupon code at the moment for 50% off her patterns. I can't remember how long this is going on for, a week, the rest of the month, I'm not sure. But the coupon code is STAYHOME in all caps. And I took advantage of her coupon to purchase the Budwina Red Reproduction Sampler. And I'm gonna put a picture in here. There have been a lot of people stitching red samplers lately. Not gonna lie, I think I might be being enabled, led down the garden path just a little bit. So I couldn't resist. And I know Casey's a new small business, and you know, offering 50% off I thought was incredibly generous. So thank you, Hewitt Hill Samplers. Thank you for enabling me to purchase one of your beautiful patterns. Okay, so that's really it for Crafty Chit Chat today. I have, oh wait, that's not true. I didn't write it down because I had it right beside me and I thought, oh, you remembered, you don't have to write it down. That is a lie. I received something in the mail today. Actually, no, I haven't checked the mail for the last couple of days. I opened it today because someone hadn't brought it inside from the car. It wasn't me. So this was a gift sent to me. This was a gift sent to me from Linda. And Linda sent me this beautiful, beautiful card with this beautiful hydrangea and butterfly card. So pretty, so pretty. I save all of these, by the way, just so you know. If you sent me a card, I save them. Linda, look at this. I'm not a crocheter, but I certainly can appreciate this. She crocheted me a tissue holder. How clever is that? It is the perfect size. Look, and she even put a box of tissue, a packet of tissues on the inside. Look at that, see? And you can keep it in your purse and it will help protect. You know what happens to those things of Kleenex in your purse. We all have them and they all end up all mushed and full of crumbs and all full of, you know, dust and dirt and yucky stuff. How clever is that? How neat and tidy is that to tuck into your purse? So Linda, I was incredibly pleased and touched that you made this for me. And now that I've shared it with Flosstube, I can put it in my purse. So thank you. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed that. I was sent a beautiful card from Jerry Ann Holloway. Jerry Ann had won one of the bags from the muscular dystrophy giveaway back in December, and she made me, look at this, is this Stampin' Up? Yeah, it is. Paper crafting. This is one of those things that I have to be very careful, because when I see stuff like this, I'm like, ooh, I'd like to do that too. Look at this. Can you see that? This has all been done by Jerry. All that work there, all that paperwork there, and this little pearl bead on the middle. She made that. And then the front cover opens up. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Hand stamped by Jerry Ann. So thank you, Jerry Ann. I love it. I like to think one day my kids will find my little treasure hoard of cards and they'll think, wow, people actually thought she was okay. Not just the nag that told me to go clean my room. What are you gonna do, right? And Daylene of So Grateful. That woman, I kid you not, she is on the ball. She is on top of delivering kind words and comfort immediately. She is just kindness personified. The day, she must have sent this the day that I put up a post that I was in the emergency department just getting, you know, taking care of things. And she sent me a get well card. Daylene sent me a get well card. And she even tucked in a tea bag. So Daylene, I'm gonna drink this later today. Because right now you deserve every little comfort a day can hold. Isn't that the truth for right now? We all could use a little bit of comfort. So thank you, Daylene. I'm gonna drink that later today. Okay, that's it for me. Day 2. This is fun. This is really fun. I'm enjoying this. I'm gonna go heat my coffee up. I'm going to get this video uploading. I've got a bit more sewing to do this afternoon, and I was all set to wrap up, and then I realized I had one more thing to tell you about today. One more really, really, really good thing today to tell you about. So I mentioned yesterday, in my other life, I am a flute player. That's my background. I was a music teacher, private music teacher at home here. I'm pretty much entirely retired from private teaching. I have one younger student left, and then I have one adult student left, and I still coach an adult flute choir, but those have been put on hold. And my one younger student, tonight for the very first time, I'm actually going to be doing my very first online video conferencing flute lesson. These are the times. So I'm kind of excited about that. I've done a little bit of research into how best to have it go smoothly. So fingers crossed. And I'm glad there's only one of them for me to experiment on. So we'll see how it goes. However, this leads me into something very, 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 very exciting to share with you. There is a website called classicalmusicconnections.com, and I'm going to link directly to the site you need, the link that you'll need to get to where I'm pointing you, because you all know that concert houses, public places, these things like that, you know, concerts are not being attended anymore by people. However, many of these concerts are still happening, and they're being recorded and they are being uploaded online, and you can watch them. Even if you miss the live time, you can still watch them. And this website is a live streamed concert database. This morning, I listened to Garrick Olson play a Beethoven piano sonata, and then it's an entire concert. So he's also doing a Prokofiev sonata and a whole bunch of Chopin etudes. And so I have saved those for tonight. Before I go to bed, I am going to put them on my phone and just listen to them before I go to bed. Now, classical music. This is my plug for the classical music world, because it's an acquired taste. If you haven't done a lot of listening to classical music ever in your entire life, it's an acquired taste. And so you may think that you don't like it, but maybe you haven't tried it enough. So sometimes you need to listen to things a couple of times. And I think in particular, the concert that I started to listen to this morning is, there's a reason that Beethoven has survived. There is a reason that we still listen to Mozart. There is a reason why this music is still performed today. I'm a huge proponent of supporting the arts. So in my own way of supporting the arts, I'm going to put the link down below. If you've never listened to classical music, give it a try. You might just like it. I try to not say that I don't like anything music-wise. I will always listen to something at least once, and then if I didn't like it the first time, I'll listen to it again. And if I didn't like it the second time, chances are I didn't like it. However, you need to at least give it a try. And I do tell my students the same thing. It will grow on you, I promise. You just need to practice it 100 times. And then you'll like it. You'll be singing it in your sleep, I promise. So it is beautiful. It is a heart-inspiring, just goodness. And it's all online for you to enjoy. And I guarantee you, you are being taken into some pretty amazing concert halls with video views of actual masters of their instrument playing up close, things that you wouldn't see live in an actual concert hall. It's a pretty special thing, actually, that they're doing. So I'm going to link to that below. I hope you'll give it a try. I hope that you'll let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know. Okay, I did start my book last night, Alias Grace, Margaret Atwood. Feel free to join me. I've only just started it. I'm enjoying it so far. It's pretty darn good. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Happy stitching, everybody. See, I don't think this is very short, is it? This is probably the same length as yesterday. I was sure today was going to be 5 minutes. It's not. It's okay. It's all good. I better go tell Nicholas he can come back downstairs now. That kid would watch TV all day long. He'd eat and watch TV all day long. So bless his heart, we better go take Luna. We better go take Luna for a walk. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy stitching.